Welcome to Week 2 of Community Relations, CRIM 5. This week we will discuss Chapter 8, Changing Agency Culture Toward Constitutional and Legitimate Policing from Your Class Text Community and Problem-Oriented Policing, Effectively Addressing Crime and Disorder. I am Dr. Akins. Week 2, Learning Objectives 1 of 2. 8.1, What is meant by a police organization's culture. 8.2, How and why the police are considering new means of becoming professional. 8.3, Several essential elements for cultural change in contemporary policing, including engaging in constitutional policing and police legitimacy. 8.4, How the use of force and responses to mass demonstrations must be modified under the new culture. SLO number 4. Describe the strategies to accomplish justice in a multicultural society. 8.5. How a police organization can change from being good to great, and what is meant by moments of truth. 8.6. The importance and challenges of recruiting quality officers, to include the millennial generation. 8.7, the roles of police leaders in seeing that all of the above are accomplished in order to modify the agency culture as necessary. Identify and explain the strategies for the administration of justice in a multicultural society. Introduction. Community policing is entrenched in U.S. policing, and a new meaning to changing the culture is in effect. Now changing the culture requires a return to the basics and strengthening relationships with the community. Additional change is needed from the guardian mindset and the new professionalism. First things first. What is a police organization's culture? A police organization's culture is derived from its mission, values, customs, and rituals, comes from the organization's history and how its members interact with one another and with those outside the organization, influenced by how leaders reward, recognize, or discipline behaviors. Imperative that each organization develop and publicize its values and mission statements. Revisiting the new professional, a new mindset. Today, police organizations are striving for new professionalism includes accountability, internally and civilian review boards, legitimacy, engage in police activities with the consent, cooperation, and support of the community innovation, actively experimenting with new ideas and changing policies and procedures accordingly, and national coherence. Agencies participate in national conversations about professional policing. 2 essentials for this environment. Constitutional policing and procedural justice. The Constitution as boss. Use of police force keeps policing practices at the forefront of the national consciousness. Race relations are at the heart of this issue. Police chiefs are more heavily involved in constitutional policing when devising policies and procedures. Constitutional policing forms the foundation of community policing. Trust is needed in the police that their mission is protecting civil rights and providing public safety. Greater cooperation through legitimacy. 1. Legitimacy is the extent to which the community believes that police actions are appropriate, proper, and just. High levels of legitimacy leads to communities that are more willing to cooperate. Legitimacy is reflected, people having an opportunity to explain their situation to the police. People want the police to be neutral. People want to be treated with dignity and politeness. People focus on cues like benevolence, caring, and sincerity. Greater cooperation through legitimacy. 2. Example, New York City's Stop and Frisk program may reduce legitimacy. August 2013, U.S. District Court rule it. Unconstitutional police need to focus on the influence that their values, mission, policies, and practices have on public views about their legitimacy. How the citizens view police practices and deem as appropriate, reasonable, and just. Angst from hotspot policing and other strategies. Police crime reduction strategies can alienate citizens or appear to be oppressive. Strategies may be effective, but at what cost? Officers must consider how community member might feel living in a zero-tolerance crime-fighting area. Crime might be down, but citizen satisfaction may also go down. Use of force in the new culture of policing. Police culture of use of force begins in recruit training in the academy. Boston wants officers to be problem solvers. Kansas City says policing is mostly about manners and courtesy. Responding to mass demonstrations, 2014-2015 riots and protests changed how many police agencies react to mass demonstrations. A soft approach is now recommended. Police communicating with protest leaders before and during the event. Police responses are to be measured and proportional to what is happening during a demonstration. Optics of a police response. What kind of equipment the police bring to a demonstrations. The Level 5 Leader, author Jim Collins, wrote 2 books on becoming a great organization. Level 5 Leader has ambition directed to the organization and its success, driven to produce results, self-effacing, and self-motivated. Important to have the right people in the organization, culture of discipline. Moments of truth. Moments of truth are anywhere that someone has an opportunity to make a lasting impact on others. Police have this opportunity every day. Police leaders have a critical role in changing the agency's culture to a customer service orientation. Recruiting quality officers for community policing. The applicant pool 1. Community policing increases the number of functions police undertake. Difficult to maintain a large pool of applicants for police positions. Great Recession, retirement of baby boomer employees. Need for police officers is great, while the ability to pay for more officers is limited. Police attrition can be both positive and negative. Younger generations of workers have less organizational commitment. Recruiting quality officers for community policing. The applicant, pool 2. Lack of promotional opportunities, lower salaries, lucrative private sector careers, and the negative image of police also create less recruits. Aggressive recruitment strategies are needed, including techniques for minorities and women. Federal Office of Community-Oriented Policing Services. Hiring program has $126 million to allocate. Problem. They receive $426 million in requests from police agencies. Homeland Security has priority in hiring. Attracting candidates. Strategies. Strategies for hiring quality community policing officers. Integrate the community in the hiring process. Use internal recruiting strategies. Assess internal employee engagement strategies. Use word of mouth. Social networking. Brand your department, target second career applicants, and train them appropriately. Workforce of the future. From baby boomers to millennials. 1. Between now and 2020, a large number of baby boomers will reach retirement age. Millennials, or Generation Y, born between 1982 and 2000, will be the largest employed generation, technically savvy, eager for quick advancement and higher starting salaries, and more likely to change entire careers. Police agencies can't compete with the private sector.